She's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty lighter that she makes just come for you. She's a snake crawling, creeping on the floor. If you give her time of day, baby, that's your first mistake. She will swallow you whole before you know.
Yep, that's my intro. We're back with another video. So this video is for everybody that just want to be able to make a team on their own and don't want to just have to ask people what hero they should level up. So what I'm going to go over today is how you should go about trying to construct a team. The first thing you want to do is you want to find 5 heroes that you already possess that can make a team that is usable in both PvP and also for killing Reapers. So, you know, we're not going to focus on the harder heroes such as Lilith, Layla, even Susanna, Yuri. We want to focus on just the regular basic heroes that you get. Most of the time, people are going to end up with Mines. They're going to end up with Veach. They're going to be ending up with Ace. Who else? They're going to, you know, you're probably going to have Kane, but we're not going to utilize Kane because he's a driver's hero. They're going to be ending up with those heroes. There are a few other heroes of epic grade that you can utilize. I mentioned this before, but you can still utilize Daifu, who's easy to get. Beatrice, who probably will be the very first hero you get. Lermontov. You can still utilize those 3, and also Lauba to help complete your team. One of the things I want to caution everyone against is just trying to level up all of your heroes all at once. Instead of doing that, take the hero that you have, no matter what's your town hall in your city is, you know, just take that hero to the highest you can. You know your town hall have to be a certain level to take your hero beyond a certain point. So take that one hero to its max point before going to another hero. What I'm saying is, don't try to make 2 heroes 30 at the same time. Wait till one of them get 30, then take the next one to 30. That's very, very important. One of the mistakes that I made early in the game was I went ahead and I leveled up all of my heroes to 30 because I was so interested in opening up that final skill, you know what I mean, on every single hero, especially when what I was trying to do was I was trying to get points for the hero contest inside of the Strongest Lord event and end up leveling up all these heroes so I could be able to utilize the skill points so I can get as much points to those events, which I still never win anyway. You know, my server is very competitive. You know, I mean, you have one of the smallest guys on the server who probably leading right now inside this particular Strongest Lord competition, my boy Leo Messi. You know what I mean? He got 79 million points on the Strongest Lord. Like, how much have you been saving just to get that? Very competitive on my server. So, and I still haven't been able to do that. And the reason why that's such a big issue is because now when you find yourself in a situation like with this new event, and there are a lot of events that ask for this, and you go to Operation Sweetheart, hero leveling, if your heroes are all very high, it becomes very difficult to find a hero. If you got this operation hero level and they ask for 15, and you got a bunch of greens that you're not gonna never use anyway, that you never even thought about leveling up, you can go to maybe 3 or 4 of them, or maybe just 3 of them, and level up 3 of your lowest ones up 5 levels with just a little bit of XP. You know, the higher the hero goes, the more the XP costs. I believe for level 30 to 31 is about 11 million, 12 million XP. Let's double check that. Yeah, from a level 31 to 32 is 11 million. You know what I mean? So it might be 99 million to go from, or 10 million to go from 30 to 31. I don't have any heroes that's a level 30. My lowest hero is a 31. You know what I mean? Which is a detriment to me because it takes me a rather longer time to complete a small task like that. So you don't want to do that. You want to use your XP to focus on growing just the heroes you're going to be using for what you're going to use them for. And you want to grow each hero one at a time. You know what I mean? The only exception I would say to that is if you need to raise the level up to 30 to unlock the skills so that you can be able to utilize the skill. Then if you have your hero that's past that and you need to unlock the skill slot for one of the other heroes, then you may want to do that. But other than that, I say use all of your XP on the hero you are trying to upgrade. Also use the same. This also goes for your what does that call them? Starlights. This also goes for your starlights. The starlights, you want to save them up, rank up that hero to the next star, complete that hero as much as possible before moving on to another hero to complete. One of the reasons I say that is because every level that you level up your hero adds more troops to your march, and it adds more power as far as attack power, health power, and the various different powers to your hero. That's very important. Every time you level up that hero stronger, your whole team becomes stronger from leveling up a 40 to a 41. Rather, you still gonna get stronger level of 30 to 31, but just not as strong. So it's important to make sure you focus on getting that hero to the highest you can before going to the next. Complete heroes. Find heroes that you want to work on, complete them. This also applies to when you're dealing with utilizing your equipment. You want to complete the equipment on one hero and stop trying to spread it out throughout a bunch of different heroes. Complete it. Make that hero the best hero and then work on the next one. If you do that, you will find out that you're getting stronger faster. You will find out you're getting stronger faster. That's why that's so important to do. So you wanna focus on shooter heroes and fighter heroes. You don't want to really focus on these driver heroes. And as I mentioned, we're not going to really focus with Layla, Lilith, or either Susanna or Yuri, who seem to be very hard to get. Vicky is a little easier, so we'll utilize her. Veach, Mines, Gorky, Daifu, Ace, Beatrice, Lermontov, and Melina is still hard. Yeah, so that's who you want to focus on. Maybe even Claymont. Oh, not Claymont. I'm bugging. He's driver attack. I'm sorry, not Claymont. But those are the guys you want to use. Ivan also. Ivan is another one. Even though he's just defense, sometimes these are the Ulrich is another one. He's a fighter health. You may want to utilize these heroes because these are the ones that are easier to get and easier to get up, and you can build a team utilizing those. I will focus on, when you're building a team this way, focus on those who deal with shooter attack, which is going to be Lauba, which is going to be Daifu, Vicky, Veach. You may have to construct a team with just all shooter attack at this point in the game. When you're early in the game, shooter attack is the best option as far as dealing out a lot of punishment. Later in the game is when fighters become more dangerous as you skill up to high levels. Next, when you're doing these heroes and you're going to be working on the skills, you want to focus on the skill that's going to give your troops the most benefit, and that's going to normally be the third skill. We know with the newer heroes, they're starting to put this as the second skill. But when it comes to the older heroes, this is going to be the third skill, which is going to be shooter attack, fighter health, things of that nature. So you want to focus on that skill first. After that skill, I would recommend that you get the fourth skill to level 5. I recommend that you get the fourth skill to, is it 8? I believe it might be 8. Yeah, you want to get the fourth skill to at least a level 8. Because at level 8, it unlocks that additional benefit in battle. For instance, for Veach, it's going to be Pounce. Once it gets to level 8, it doesn't give you that extra skill until you get it to level 8. And then I will go to the first skill, which is going to increase your march size, and I will get that to 10 before finishing the fourth skill, getting that to 10 before going to the second skill. Second skill is going to be more so for garrison. It will help you inside the exploration part of the game, but because it's more dealing with defense, the second skill, 90% of the time, the explore is going to be dealing with the defense aspect of the hero inside of exploration, which is campaign, arena, things of that nature. So I will do that one last. But you want to focus on that third skill or whatever skill. When it's, say for instance, it's Jeff. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not recommending that you go to him, his second skill is going to be dealing with fight or attack. You know, so you might want to go there first, and then you probably can go to 3 and 4 or whatever, this and the third. But for early in the game, you're not going to have these tunes. You're going to focus on, like I said, Ivan, maybe Vicky if you can get her that early, Ulrich and those guys. Same thing with Daifu and Lermontov and Beatrice. You know, you want to focus on those particular skills to be viable in PvP. And if you're a slow grower in the game, a non-spender. You know what I mean? So if you're a non-spender, you're not going to get the more advanced heroes faster. These are heroes that will still make you a usable player on any team that you're on, and on any alliance that you're on. You'll still be able to do a lot of the things. It will take you longer to achieve some of the goals of the other players, but you'll still be able to do some of the things on your own. And these teams can also be utilized when you're doing doing inside the towers and things of that nature. But this is more so for the PvP. If you're a slow grower while everybody else is using T10s, you're going to be using T8s. So you want to maximize what damage you can do. So being particular about what heroes you go ahead and build is going to be very important for you. So I hope you guys really take heed to this, because I see people, man, the teams that they be constructing, they're not usable. I would even use Hawkins if I had to, who's dealing with shooter health. You know, things of that nature. Don't use Aisha. You know what I mean? She's a gathering hero. Now, can she be any benefit to your team? Yeah. Higher levels means more benefit to your team, but she's just not a viable hero. You know what I mean? Don't use Aisha on your team. Don't use Stiller on your team. Don't use Fred on your team, even though Fred might not be too bad, but he's a driver hero. You know what I mean? Don't use what's this guy named Larry on your team. No, he's a driver hero. Don't start building him up. Don't even waste your time building him up. I know you want to start climbing up inside of the ladders. If that's going to be your direction, that's a different path. But don't expect to be viable inside the PvP aspect of the game when you're joining in the crystal battle and you're using Aisha and Larry. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You want to focus on heroes that allows you to be able to hit people that's in your same category. People who don't spend on the game, people who don't who haven't been on the game a very long time, and you're in crystal battle and you want to hit them. You want to hit them with a team that's going to actually do some damage. And if they haven't watched my videos, or they haven't paid attention to the way the skills work, or have somebody that trained them on them, you're going to be able to take them out. You know what I mean? So I just want you guys to take that into consideration when you're building your team. Focus on heroes that will actually bring a real benefit to the team, and just don't even start building up the heroes that are not going to be a benefit to your team. I'm almost to the point where I'm ready to just start naming a bunch of heroes to not build at all. You know what I mean? So, like, really, don't build Fred. Don't build Stella. Don't build Aisha. Don't build Natasha. Don't build Stein. Don't build Harold. Don't build Steve. Don't build Odo. Don't build Clement. Don't build these guys unless you're going to build them for the campaign and explore part of the game. And if you're going to do that, you're going to slow up your abilities to grow a team that's going to be able to take out Reapers, that's going to give you the valuable resources you need to grow faster. Taking out Reapers is the way to grow in this game. Taking out Reapers, especially when you're hitting Reaper, I believe 12 starts dropping the equipment. You know what I mean? So you want to start being able to take out at least a Reaper 12. It might be 11. Let's just go take a look at that. It might be 11. I haven't looked at 11 in a long time. Yeah, 11 drops equipment. Shoot, it might be 10. Yeah, 10 drops equipment as well. Let's check 9. Yeah, so 10 and above starts dropping equipment. You want to start be hitting at least Reaper 12s and Reaper 13. You can hit Reaper 12s and Reaper 13s when you have a good enough team that, you know, and this will also help inside the alliance competitions, kill Reapers, you know what I mean? Being able to hit a higher level Reaper. You want to be able to do that. You don't want to be stuck late in the game still only able to hit a Reaper 12. You know what I mean? You want to be hitting 13s and 14s at the very least. And this will allow you to be able to do so. Complete heroes. Complete them. You know? And as time go on, you can start working on the other heroes. And that's my advice to you guys. Like, comment, subscribe.